ما أريد من هذا الشعب إلا أن يزيد في الحمد والشكر إلى الله عز وجل، ويزيد من محبة الوطن، ويزيد من العمل ومضاعفة العمل لما يسعى فيه من خير له وللدولة والأهل. هذا اللي أنا أدوره من الشعب، وربنا إن شاء الله يوفقنا جميعا على ما يحب ويرضى.
I have to acknowledge here that the leadership, it's a visionary leadership, and because of that leadership, we have been able to come this far. As I said, success is something which I personally feel, because that is something I have always believed in. It's hard work, perseverance, resilience, and patience and adaptability.
Welcome everyone to your favorite program, Pearls of Union, which invites the most successful people here in the UAE. Our inspiring guests have moved from the darkness of challenges to the light of success. Our inspiring guests have set a title for success and ambition. And our special guest for today is Mr. Rajiv Kumar, and he is the Senior Executive Officer of PhillipCapital Dubai. Welcome, Mr.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Well, I'm so glad to meet you today.
Yeah, likewise. Thanks for hosting me, and it's an honor. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you. So please, sir, in the beginning, can you introduce yourself to everyone? Tell us about your background, about your career journey, and the significant milestones you have achieved.
Yes, so my journey started in the financial services industry way back 30 years back, when I started in India. So I joined a company called Stockholding Corporation, which happened to be the largest custodian in the country. So actually I started with the custodial services, depository. So I have been part of the capital market and the financial services industry now for a pretty long time. And thereafter, from the custody, I moved to the broking business. I joined a multinational company in India, an American company. That was way back in 2000. And in 2005 or early 2006, I got an opportunity to move to Dubai. So I would say that was a real turning point in my career, because I was given the opportunity to come and set up the whole Middle East operation for the company. And it's a very large, I work for a very large multinational company called PhillipCapital, which is headquartered in Singapore. So we have offices across the globe. So it was a huge opportunity for me to come here in 2006. So that was a very different time, right? And at that point in time, DGCX, which is the Dubai Gold and Commodities Exchange, that was being set up, right? And we came here, we took the membership here, and then together we started the journey. And over a period of time now, PhillipCapital operates here with 3 companies, regulated companies. One which is regulated by the mainland regulator, which is SCA, and we have 2 companies here within DIFC. So it is good and very satisfying to see, the journey, not only for me but for the company, to expand here in the Middle East and see the markets grow as we have all grown.
Great. I'm How did you manage to carve out a distinguished name for yourself despite the high competition?
Okay, so in 2006, as I said, it was a very different environment because at that point in time, Dubai, especially Dubai, was evolving and the financial services sector was just coming up. So we wanted to make a name for ourselves, especially in the derivative segment. Now, derivatives in 2006 was something which was a very new subject, right? And obviously globally it was being traded everywhere. But then we just thought that it's a good opportunity. We are members of the exchange, and that is where we took this opportunity to start some educational seminars, like which we used to do it like free of cost, because every month on month, because that is something which we realize that unless and until we educate like the investors, how do we really get our business going? And that really helped us not only to get the business, get the volumes, but also it helped us in branding, right? And at that point in time, when we started, obviously it was a new subject, so we just started on a good note. But then challenges kept coming, right? Like the 2009 financial crisis, so that was a big difficult time. But by that time we had already built the business here with the support of our clients, and we cater to all segment of clients in the region, and with their support and with the support of all our well-wishers, we were able to pass through that difficult time. And then we decided to expand within the country and in the region, and that is how we got into DIFC. That was in 2019. It was again a difficult time in the sense that we went live in DIFC in 2019, and after 3 months, 4 months, COVID hit, right? So it was a complete shutdown. So not the best of the time to start a company. But then again, because we had established ourselves here, and because of our client base, we were able to sail through that difficult time. And eventually, now I can proudly say that the company is operating here, and we are now getting into every asset class within the financial services suite of products.
So these are the main challenges you have faced during your career, right?
Yes, so the main challenges obviously have also been when I moved here. And as I said, right, I was given that task that why don't you just move, so it was a new country for me, right? Absolutely new people, and we had to literally start from scratch. The only thing what we had was the brand of the company, right? But as they say, people, they are behind the brand to kind of create. It is people who create that the brand. So as I said, because it was a new setup, so naturally, and the regulation was new, so we had to literally start from scratch. We had to understand the regulation, and commodities derivative was a very new subject. So it was actually the regulators, but then I have to really thank the regulators at that point in time, the whole team of DMCC at that point in time. They were very helpful, and they helped us really come this far. So that way, yes, there were challenges, but it was also a huge learning, because naturally, if you are just spoon-fed everything, you never bother to really get into things. But then if you have to find your way, you will always get into things. I mean, that was a huge learning, not only for me, but for the whole team. And in the process, obviously, the frequent interaction with the group offices, that was very, very helpful always, the guiding force. So yes, there were initial challenges, but that we were able to kind of resolve that, together.
Yeah, so if I ask you about your mentors, the persons who have supported you along the way, who have been your key supporters?
First of all, I have to, if I were to talk about my journey in the UAE, which I think is a turning point in my career, right? Very rewarding, very satisfying, I would say. I have been supported by all the regulators with whom we have worked very closely with the exchanges, right? They have been very helpful, and my group offices, right? They have been always supportive, and obviously my bosses, because they have always been there whenever I've required for any guidance, any advice. So they have always been there, and obviously when it comes to clients, without clients we are nothing. So I have to really thank the clients who believed in us, and not only believed in us, they have been there. I mean, I'm very happy to share with you that we have so many clients who still continue with us in this journey together.
Yeah.
So it's a matter of trust.
Exactly.
Because especially in the financial services industry, at the end of the day, it is all about hand-holding, it is all about servicing, and if all these things are put together nicely,
yeah,
I think that is where you make a mark for yourself. That is where you play and have a very different, a differential factor, right? I would say, put it that way. So that way, yes, and now that we have got into DIFC also, so we are trying to bring every asset class, right, to our clients, right? Whether it is institutional clients, whether they are retail clients, because the whole idea is that in today's world, and especially the way Dubai, Abu Dhabi, the way the UAE financial services sector has evolved, I have to say it is spectacular, because that is the word I can think of. The way the markets, the way the infrastructure has been provided in the last decade or so. I mean, when I look around, I see almost every large global financial institution worth their name to have now having a presence here. It wasn't the case, maybe 12, 13, 14 years back, right? So it is good to be, to operate in a very competitive environment also, because that is what gets you going all the time. And one of the things which I realized is that, if you really want to reach out to the clients, and you really want the clients to be always connected with you, it is all about, what all value you are able to add, and what all you are able to bring to the client. So we are working, and we work with one perspective, that, if you are able to offer all the asset classes, right, under one roof, it's a convenience. It's a convenience of trading, right? So if a client is coming to me, he says that, okay, can you provide me equity?
yeah,
Can you provide me derivatives? Can you provide me wealth management? Can you provide me fixed income? If the answer to all of that is yes, that is what gives you a different meaning, and that is how it helps the company to remain in competition.
yeah,
Otherwise, in isolation, if you are just a one product company in today's world, it is so competitive, it's very difficult to survive and to grow.
yeah. So you focus on your customer satisfaction.
Yes, because without them, the company is nothing, right? So and that satisfaction only comes through a good hand-holding, good servicing, and after-sales service, right? Because if they are happy, we are all happy at the end of the day, right? So yes, as a group, world over, we service almost more than 1.3 million clients, retail clients, which is a huge number. So over the years, we have developed that expertise, as to what is the whole business is client-centric, what the client wants, because that is something which will help you to kind of innovate and then grow.
You know, sir, that every successful venture starts with a clear vision and a strong foundation. So how was PhillipCapital Dubai founded, and what vision led to its establishment?
So the vision obviously was to get into Middle East. So that was because at that point in time, as I said, in 2006, the first Middle East derivative exchange, DGCX, was coming up. So it was just the perfect time, to take the clearing membership and then grow along with the exchange. So basically we wanted to bring our expertise, our global expertise, okay, into the market, right? And then connect with the clients, right? And over the years, that is something which has helped us, continuously keep innovating, right? Because we obviously we have been tracking the market very closely, and on a need basis, whenever we feel that this is a product which now is in so much of demand, and this is the right time, right, for the company to launch a new product, we have tried to do that. Yeah. So I think, that is. So the vision for the company is very clear: to get into Middle East, right, whole of Middle East, eventually service the client for all the products what we have across the group. As I said, we are a very large group, having offices present from US to Japan. So the idea is to assimilate all the asset classes together and then bring it, to the clients here across in the Middle East. Yeah. And that is to a large extent, I would say, we have been able to connect and service a large number of clients and all segments of clients.
Growth and expansion require well-planned strategies and a long-term perspective. So what are your future plans for PhillipCapital? What specific goals do you aim to achieve?
So obviously, the first goal that is for any company is to, grow. As I said, we are already now operating here with 3 regulated companies. We are into a multi-asset type of multi-asset products offerings, right? That kind of helps us to connect with more and more clients, right? So as far as the growth strategy for the company is there, actually we just want to grow more within UAE, then obviously expand to the other markets also, because that is something which I will be personally very happy to see the company grow into the other regions also. But one good thing is that we are slowly and surely we are trying to get into different asset classes, right, and kind of able to meet the requirements of the clients to a large extent.
Wish you all the best, sir.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Success is often marked by significant milestones and impactful contributions. So what are the key achievements you are most proud of at this company?
I think there have been enough opportunities which has been given to me, and I'm thankful to the leadership for this, right? Even back in India when I joined the company, a lot of opportunities were given to me, in order to set up the operations and to set the very critical departments for the company, which I was able to perform. And then I think the biggest opportunity which came my way was in the year 2006 when I decided. It was a difficult decision for me, not easy, being in India, and then suddenly coming, and that too at a country head level, to come and start the business from scratch. But then I took the challenge, and with the support of everyone. So I think the biggest satisfying moment at this point in time when I look back is that the company which has been set up now are growing slowly and surely. So that itself is a big achievement, right? And obviously, I always say to the team and especially to myself that this is just the beginning, because now the whole landscape also is changing. It is becoming more competitive, right? So now in a competitive world, now Dubai, if you actually see today, it's a major financial hub now, right? In the last decade or so, it has come out as a big financial hub. If you look at DIFC, for example, the number of financial institutions, large institutions which are coming here, it's like overwhelming. I mean, we have authorized firms, authorized meaning regulated firm, more than 750 regulated. There are 6,000 companies within DIFC. There are some 70 hedge funds, which are operating now out of DIFC. If you look at DMCC, which is another very large financial hub, I think we have around 21,000 companies operating there, right? So it's a huge number, and many of them operating in the financial services sector, because I would say the regulation also over the years, it has become so robust and it is absolutely world class. So it gives that comfort, because you have to understand one thing: for any global financial institution to come and set up and to operate, the first and the foremost thing is the regulatory environment, right? And which every institution looks for. And when they see that the regulatory environment is is actually world standard, right? Like that is the beginning. Obviously then you have to just explore the business opportunity. But I think regulation is very important, and the way it has evolved, hats off to the leadership here, for which I always admire the leadership here, the vision which they have, and this far to bring the financial services sector, which is so competitive, into into a zone where probably now every I would say the professionals, they really want and have that aspiration that probably I should go and work in Dubai.
So sir, after your faithful journey and rich experiences, you have built your success story. So the word of success is not strange to you. How can you define success?
Yeah, that's success is something which I personally feel, because that is something I have always believed in. It's hard work, perseverance, resilience, and patience and adaptability. I think without these traits, it's very difficult, to be for a person to be successful. And obviously you need to have a very clear objective and a vision. But the traits what we just I just spoke about, without that, the determination, the focus, the passion, it has to come from within. Nobody is going to come and tell you you should be doing this. It has to come from within. But how does it come from within? Unless and until you're passionate about something, right?
Sir, that lots of people from audience, they are a new generation, and they see from your story something special inspired them. So what is your advice to the new generation?
So my advice to the young generation is be focused, extremely hardworking, and work with a lot of focus, perseverance, and resilience, because all these traits will really help you achieve what you really want to. And patience is something which eventually always pays. This is something which I can say with experience. So wish you all the best, and I'm sure the young generation pretty intelligent, well informed, and I'm sure they have a long way to go.
The UAE has for sure contributed to your success story. So what is your appreciation message you would like to convey through our episode to the UAE and its rulers?
I have to acknowledge here that the leadership, it's a visionary leadership, and because of that leadership, we have been able to come this far. As I said, the financial services industry in the 19 years have not only evolved, it has matured, and now it has come to a stage wherein every large financial institution, every large company is coming and setting up here, because they see the confidence, they see the opportunity, and that is something which we have to, we owe it to the leadership here because of their vision. And I'm really thankful to His Highness also for giving us the opportunity, and I also had the opportunity to meet him also once or twice, which I'm very, very honored, very grateful. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. It was my pleasure talking with you today. Best of luck.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thanks for hosting me.
Dear audience, this is the end of our episode. Watch us next week. Goodbye.